I was this very left-brain, analytical, sceptical person, and my background didn't help at all, you know. The attitude of subconscious mind was, to me, well, what? We've got two minds, conscious mind and subconscious mind? That sounds like a lot of baloney to me. But yet, Andrew had proved it to himself. But my mind went along the lines of, can everybody do it? You know, this sort of thing. Okay, Andrew, teach me. I want to know about it. My background didn't help. I went to high school in Ulverstone and also in Devonport. And from there I went to Duntroon Military College for 4 years there in Canberra, and I came out a lieutenant in the regular army. And from there I went to Sydney University and did civil engineering. And then I'm into the corps of engineers. Now I tell you what, I don't reckon they make a more left-brain, analytical, sceptical person than a military engineer. But you know what? It keeps us alive as well. It really does, especially when you work from first principles, right? And that's what all engineers do. But that skepticism didn't help me. And Andrew said to me, he said, Dad, he said, I think that you better go and see a consultant. A consultant? Hang on a minute. What kind of a consultant? He said, well, he said, a psychologist. I said, a shrink? And with all due deference to shrinks, I mean, that's what I used to call them back then, right? But, so I went to see the psychologist. And old Bill, he was a wonderful old guy. And Bill and I shared many things in common. He was in fact an Air Force psychologist, and I thought, okay, well, he's a military psychologist. We talked about a lot of my exploits, you know, in the army. So I was discussing these sort of things with my old friend Bill Robertson, and he said, Sandy, he said, you know, there's a couple of hard things to do. He said, one, he said, is to lose weight. And he said, you certainly can do that. Oh, I could, I was out here. And no tunnels for me then, that's for sure, you know. And he said, the other thing that is hard to do is, he said, is quit smoking. He said, they're two hard things to do. Well, I didn't smoke. So I worked on weight. And he gave me a little book. And this little book was called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And this book was written in 1953. Do you know it's still around today? It's a fantastic little book. You've read it? Yeah, great. It's a lovely little book. Well, in there, there's lots of things that you can do. And there was this page on weight release. No, he called it weight loss. Now that I've just said that, you know, if you lose anything in your life, what do you want to do? Get it back. Find it. Get it back, don't you? If you lose anything. Well, the weight loss industry is self-perpetuating. Lose a couple of pounds and find it again. Lose a couple of pounds and find it again, you see. But the weight release industry is let it go. Let it go. It's gone. So you see, loss is one of those negative words that I was talking about, right? Release is much, much better. So I made a tape with the help of Andrew, with the help of this little book. And I listened to this tape, breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, breakfast, lunch and dinner, for 6 weeks. And you know what happened in 6 weeks? Nothing! Or so I thought, right? You see, I wasn't going to do dieting. That wouldn't be the subconscious mind, would it? I wasn't going to do things like exercise. That wouldn't be the subconscious mind. So, but I'm a pretty persistent person, so what I did the next week was I meditated again, and I kept on going. And do you know that 7th week, 2 pound went, 2 pound, that's about 1 kilo, went. The 8th week, another kilo. The 9th week, another kilo. And the 10th and the 11th, and so on, until 22 kilos gone. Well, now I felt a whole heap better, you know. Now I really want to get into this subconscious mind and find out what it's all about.